Alright guys, this will be an aftermath quick review for me of WrestleMania 34. Don't know long how I'm going to be here because I could be here for freaking, who knows, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, who knows. After last night, got to sleep on a couple of things. Two things that just quickly came off my mind. Actually, it's three things. One, believe Vince, at this rate, I believe he sabotaged AJ Nakamura. Also sabotaged Daniel Bryan and Shane and AJ and Sami Zayn. Believe he sabotaged those two matches. Because you know why? There's actually three things that we're talking about here that Vince, you can see he clearly cares about. A, Roman Reigns. He's the only person all weekend that got blood. You can't tell me Gargano Ciampa did not deserve blood. You can't tell me that six-man ladder match didn't deserve blood. So Roman gets blood. He gets everything handed to him on a silver platter. B, you can see where Vince is clearly going with Charlotte. He's building up her to face Ronda Rousey. Because after last night, you're thinking to yourself, the way that Ronda looked last night, you think Asuka looks the more believable person for Ronda Rousey to face next year down the line WrestleMania. But no, we're clearly going to go with Ronda versus Charlotte. I can see that's where he's going. So, off the races with that Ronda Rousey and Charlotte build for next year's WrestleMania. C, AJ and Nakamura. I hate when they do this. When the first match to a build-up is at WrestleMania. Why are you wasting AJ and Nakamura of what? They had what? I think it was 26 minutes they had last night. They had 26 minutes last night on the show. And they didn't even get out of first gear. They didn't even get out of first gear. The placement of the freaking match card for certain matches was terrible. And one of my friends was joking with me and said, you know what, AJ Nakamura could have opened this show. After what they were given last night and what happened after the match, they might as well open the show. They might as well have opened the show. Because you just wasted AJ and Nakamura. Because you took time away from them with the Nia Bliss match. Braun Strowman's partner match. Who cared about that? You took time away from AJ Nakamura. You could have gave them more time. You could even given Charlotte and Asuka more time. Because I think they were just starting to pick it up when the whole situation happened. So those are just quick thoughts off my head of what happened last night. Which, this is why Mania needs to be a 2-day. Because most of us, after the first hour and 30 minutes, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. Not great, but okay. And then when Daniel Bryan match came on, and then after that, they went, yeah. So my quick thoughts, people. So I'll catch you guys back here in a quick second.
Yeah.
DJ the real.
Yeah. The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean? Punch on the real, make the beat, you know what I mean? I got this man on the saxophone.
Alright guys, welcome back. So we're gonna go match by match, break it down, and then pretty much I'm just gonna give you guys what I see the outcome, future storylines are gonna be with this situation. First off the bat, Andre the Giant Men's Battle Royal. Matt Hardy winning it. Looks like Bray Wyatt's gonna be a fully face, and I believe it's gonna be Bray Wyatt, Matt Hardy, and Jeff Hardy, maybe a 6-man faction, something like that. Maybe a 3-man faction, something like that. Jeff Hardy maybe down the line turns heel on Matt and Bray, something like that. I don't know, but at least it's something cool for Bray Wyatt again. He should have been the babyface since, like, I think, how long, people? How long did we all say? When you remember when he was first babyface, what Mania was that? Was that the Mania after he got rock bottom by The Rock and beat up by John Cena? The next night he went face and helped Roman, and then Bray Wyatt got like some ankle injury, and they said, you know what, turn him back heel. I think that's what it was. That was the last time he was a babyface. I think Bray could be pretty good as a babyface, so we'll see what happens with Bray Wyatt. Next match was the Cruiserweight title. I would go by saying that this again, I think last year, Cruiserweight title match was like the second best match. This to me was, I think, if you want my order, Ronda, first best match. Second best match, I would want to say IC title. But, you know what? Yeah, IC title is the second best match in the show. Then you go Cruiserweight, then I go Cena in that order. So, that's my order there, that. Women's Battle Royal. Again, I had Bayley winning the Women's Battle Royal and then turning heel and Sasha turning heel on her, but we didn't get that. So we got pretty much Bayley eliminates Sasha We all thinking Bailey won. I'm like, ref, why are you not ringing the bell? He didn't ring the bell, and I don't know where here comes Naomi. I'm like, Naomi's still in the match? So Naomi throws out Bailey, and then it is what it is, man. As long as Sasha turns heel tonight on Raw, that's what I'm looking forward to. Turn Sasha heel, Vince. What are you waiting for? Turn her heel. Turn her heel. All right, the first match on the show was The Miz, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor. I know that people were complaining about, oh, we didn't get to see Finn. Finn is the demon. I'm one of those people, too. I mean, it's special. It's a special thing. But Vince did not give us the demon last night. Again, after sleeping on this show, you can see what I'm thinking about. Everything is revolved around Roman Reigns. You can't outshadow Roman Reigns. That's Vince McMahon's mindset of last night. So we get no demon from Finn Balor. The match between the three of them was pretty good. Again, it had Finn Balor winning this match, but again, they had said it in the freaking beginning when Seth Rollins comes out. The only title that Seth Rollins does not hold is the Intercontinental title. He'll be a Grand Slam champion. So I'm thinking, here we go again. Somebody's going to win it because of the Grand Slam champion thing. But a little cool fun fact, all three members of the Shield, I believe, are Dean Ambrose did not win the Universal title. But they're not counting the Universal title? I guess they're not, because Seth Rollins didn't win the Universal title. Did he? Comment down below, guys. Did Seth Rollins ever win the Universal title? Or am I just slipping here? Did he ever or did not? But they're saying he's a Universal champ. He's a Grand Slam champion now. So, it's what it is, people. Second match on the show was, again, it's the theme here. All streaks meant to die in New Orleans. So, match between Charlotte and Asuka. First off the bat, Charlotte's entrance was amazing. It's kind of funny, right? She was part of Triple H's entrance at WrestleMania 30 with Sasha, her, and I believe it was one more person. Alexa Bliss was part of it too. No, not you. Freaking Echo Dot about to go off. Not you. But it's pretty funny. She had a great entrance. Surprised she did beat Asuka. But again, after thinking about last night, it's clear how Vince is thinking. His prized possession is Charlotte when it comes to the women division. So, you did not need to give her Asuka streak. At this rate, you might as well had Asuka versus freaking Bliss last night again, if you're going to do that. But what I think is going to happen between Asuka and Charlotte again, I think Asuka's going to go back to Monday Night Raw. Feud with Nia Jax. Ember Moon comes up, goes to SmackDown. Ember Moon versus Ember Moon versus Charlotte. I can see it going that way because right now the way Vince is going, he's going to protect Charlotte as much as he can all year. The way I'm looking at it right now is that Ronda Rousey might win the Women's Battle Royal, and then she'll face Charlotte next year at WrestleMania and beat her for her belt. Because we're going to get into that. That's what I think Vince is going to do. So, Asuka versus Charlotte, okay match. Again, I kind of agree with Taz because I was listening to Taz's podcast this morning. He was saying that Asuka should have lost to somebody at NXT or a Kairi Sane, which at this point, you might as well have Kairi Sane beat Asuka after they had their match at NXT. But it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna harp on it, be like too mad that Asuka lost. I'm just mad that you wasted Asuka on even debuting undefeated. You wasted it. So you see why Triple H was really trying to protect Asuka. He gave her that extra 3 or 4 months. Because Vince wanted to bring Asuka up, I think, after WrestleMania. Was it 33? But Triple H is like, no. Keeping her down here for extra couple months, okay? So, it's what it is. Charlotte wins. Next match, which I believe was the best match of the night. It's kind of funny, right? Us going into WrestleMania this year, we're kind of disgusted with the way they were treating Ronda Rousey the past couple weeks on Raw. With her mic skills not being the great as it is. Her looking like a goofball with Stephanie McMahon in the ring. Like she didn't clearly see Stephanie just walk right behind her and just pick her up out of nowhere and she didn't see it and put her through the table. But Triple H's entrance, always one of the best things of WrestleMania, even watching WrestleMania, is his entrance. His entrance with Stephanie, pretty good. Kurt Angle, I didn't really care for Kurt Angle. Again, this is the spot The Rock should have been in, but whatever happened with The Rock and not be able to get him cleared is what it is. Ronda Rousey impressed me the most. She was worth every single penny, every single dollar that Vince is giving her. She was worth every single penny. Now, the funny thing is here, people, they made Stephanie look like she was this super submission training the whole time. Like, it took Ronda like what, 4 or 5 arm bars to get Stephanie like to loosen up her grip so she could lock it in completely. I'm like, so you're telling me a woman like Misha Tate, Kat Zingano, who else did Ronda face? Betch Correa. None of these women who are actual trained MMA fighters couldn't break the armbar. But Stephanie McMahon, oh, she can block it? No. So it's going to be, the funny thing is to see how Ronda is going to be treated when she faces a Alicia Fox or a Sasha Banks or a Bayley or a Bliss or a Mickie James or a Nia Jax. Are they all going to be able to block the armbar now too? That's the only thing that I didn't like about the match, is now that Stephanie was the first person to be able to block it. I'm like, these trained people couldn't break it or block it, but Stephanie can out of nowhere. But thoroughly enjoyed this match. This was the point in the show where you're like, after this seeing, you see I skipped the US title. I don't care about it. Rusev should have won. Whatever. Jinder Mahal won. Whatever. You see I skipped that because that was just a travesty. You see why Rusev wanted to get released, right, people? You see why he wanted to get released. But Ronda looked great. We'll see where they go with Ronda Rousey after this, because my mindset again is right now they're going to build, their focus is to build Charlotte versus Ronda next year, WrestleMania 35. That's clearly where you can see where Vince McMahon focuses. So I'm just trying to see what they do with Ronda. Is she going to be off TV for a couple months? Is she going to be back at SummerSlam? I could see them doing that. You know what? Here's the thing. Here's what I would do, Vince. This is what I would do, Vince. Since I can see you want Charlotte versus Ronda, here's what you do. Ronda Rousey is undefeated all year. You can see where my mindset is. Ronda should be undefeated all year. You have her win the Raw Women's title at SummerSlam. Actually, you know what? Scrap that. Not SummerSlam, because that'll be too long. Because I don't think Ronda's going to be a full-time... I don't see her being a full-time every single week on Monday Night Raw. I see her being like the type of... I don't want to say Brock Lesnar, where it's like every 3 months he shows up. No. I can see her being maybe she shows up twice or 3 times out the month, but doesn't compete on every single pay-per-view, but only competes at the major pay-per-view. So my mindset is here. This is what I do with Ronda. Ronda Rousey faces this person at SummerSlam. This would be the perfect opponent for her, but I don't see her facing for a title yet. Okay. You build up Bayley and Sasha. Bayley and Sasha, what SummerSlam's what, August, right? So you have what we're going to be May, June, July. You have 3 months. You have 3 months to wrap up your Bayley Sasha storyline. Okay? You got your 3 months. You can wrap it up by that time. Heel Sasha versus Ronda Rousey in Brooklyn. That's what you do. That's your first opponent for Ronda Rousey after WrestleMania. Heel Sasha versus Ronda Rousey. It prints money. It prints the money. It does. It works. So, that's your first opponent for Ronda. Ronda versus Sasha, SummerSlam. Fast forward. Nobody cares about Survivor Series. Okay, she'll be on the Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. She gets the victory. Okay, you do that. Royal Rumble. Ronda wins the Royal Rumble. After the Royal Rumble, Ronda, the next pay-per-view, which is I think is Elimination Chamber. Am I correct? It's Elimination Chamber, right? Ronda puts her streak on the line at the Elimination Chamber against Asuka. Reason why I'm saying that, she puts her Royal Rumble streak on the line against Asuka, because I know Vince McMahon will not give us Asuka versus Ronda at no point this year. He's probably going to wait another year, but don't do that. Ronda versus Asuka, streak on the line, Elimination Chamber. They have a hard-hitting match. Ronda beats Asuka. Sorry. It would have happened it would have happened this year if it didn't happen. But Ronda beats Asuka, Elimination Chamber. After that, out comes Charlotte. Charlotte's like, oh, you beat Asuka. I also beat Asuka. How about you versus me, New York, WrestleMania 35. That's how you set it up. That's how you set it up. I just booked you a whole year of Ronda Rousey, Vince McMahon. Pay me. Pay me. All right. I believe after that match, what did we have? After Ronda, Angle, Triple H, what was the next match? Oh, okay, that's right. It was, oh my God, it was that match. They waited 9 years. I think it was 9 years the last time they've been on the main card at WrestleMania, the Usos. You give them 6 minutes against the New Day and the Bludgeon Brothers when you, God know, they could have tore down their freaking house. 6 minutes. From bell to bell, it was 6 minutes. The New Day's interest was longer than the match. I shouldn't care because you obviously didn't care, Vince. So I don't care. We move on, people. I believe after that match we had the Cena Taker thing, right? Okay. There's two ways you can go here. Plan A, people don't like it. I mean, people were saying this was waste of John Cena's fourth Mania in a row, where from WrestleMania 30 he faced Bray Wyatt. 31 he faced Rusev. 32 he missed due to a injury, but he had a segment with Bray Wyatt again. WrestleMania 33 he was involved into a mixed tag team match, which I didn't care about. And then we come to this year. He gets squashed by Undertaker. My full thoughts on this was, okay, if you're going to go this way, you could at least told people ahead of time, Vince. Taker will be at WrestleMania, but we don't know what we're going to get. That way, I didn't get my hopes up for a 20-minute match, which I was thinking, okay, we're going to get a 20-minute match between Taker and Cena. I waited, because I've been waiting since WrestleMania 30 for this match, people, for Taker Cena. And you give us a... he squashed John Cena. Hey, no, a funny thing, no, all real people, I respect John Cena for doing that. Because if this was Taker's last match, kudos to you, John, for doing the favor. I know people shit on you a lot, bro, but thank you for doing the favor for Taker. But, okay, realistically, what I see going, people, is this. If we don't get Undertaker coming out on Monday Night Raw, which I doubt, should see Taker, right? It's Raw, the main, we should see Taker. Okay, Plan B. People don't like Plan B, which is, yeah, I've seen it come out, pull the WrestleMania 28 that he did with The Rock. Oh, Rock, I wasn't ready. I wasn't this and that. You caught me off guard. One more time next year. What do you think about that? You know what I'm saying? I can see Cena come out saying, Taker, I didn't think you'd show up. I was calling you out there for 4 or 5 weeks. You gave me no answer. And then the moment I'm going back up the ramp, you decided to come out and you caught me off guard. But next year, WrestleMania 35, you will not catch me off guard. I can see them doing something like that because as of right now, again, people, Cena's going away for 4 months. He's doing another movie. I don't know what the movie is, but I know he's going away because he's doing another movie. So, could I see Cena and Taker setting up a match for next year WrestleMania tonight on Raw? Career versus career match. Yes, it will happen. Because the 4 or 5 minutes we got from Taker after the hip surgery, he looked pretty good to me. So, I see Cena coming out, or I see Taker come out first. They do the career versus career match next year. That's the first match we already have penciled. But then again, people are saying, oh, it's 2 part-timers. How are they going to build up a whole year with 2 part-timers? Listen here, people. Cena's going to be going for 4 months. Cena could face somebody at SummerSlam. Taker distracts Cena. Cena loses at SummerSlam to somebody he faces, right? Royal Rumble match. Cena's in the Royal Rumble match, trying to get a title shot. Taker comes out, throws him out. You can do it. It's not hard to do it. Okay? It's not hard to do it. That's like they could have booked Asuka as being undefeated for the whole year. They could have done that because the brands are now dual brands. So they could, that's like they could have booked Asuka a whole year. There's dual brand pay-per-views. You'd have to put Asuka on every single pay-per-view. They could have done that. It's a whole year. It's a dual brand. Every pay-per-view is a dual brand. They can do it. They can do it. Don't let Vince McMahon off the hook, people. Don't let him off the hook. Now, after that match, dang it, what was next, man? What was after Cena versus Taker? Was it Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon? Yeah, it was Daniel Bryan versus Shane McMahon. Okay. Again, my mind says this, people. We waited, since WrestleMania 31. We waited to see Daniel Bryan compete in the ring. You have an injured Shane McMahon who has diverticulitis, has a hernia situation, and needs to have surgery after the match. Have them take out Daniel Bryan and have Shane try to compete on his own for 10 minutes. I literally thought this dude was literally like having problems with his diverticulitis because the way he was breathing, he must have took a whole bunch of injections. Because Shane, I give you mad props for even stepping into the ring last night. You didn't have to do it either, but you did it. Again, I think Vince McMahon was sabotaging the 2 matches that we wanted to see the most, which was AJ Nakamura and this match here. Because again, if it's not Roman Reigns, you're not his number 1 priority. So, again, I think as we know, last year, Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens got shit on by Vince McMahon for having a crappy match and not having what that he wanted to happen. If you have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn do what they did last night, and you let them walk past the curtain, and you're saying, oh, you're blaming them for the way the match came off, why would you book Shane McMahon to carry a match when you know he's injured and have Daniel Bryan sit out half of the time? Which was the reason why he didn't want to do this match, because I reported before you guys in a video, Daniel Bryan did not want to do what he did last night, which was sit out there, wait 15 minutes to get his cue to go back in the ring and actually compete. Crazy. Not good. I didn't like that. Did not like that whatsoever. Did not like the match. The match placement, did not like it because, again, you saw after Daniel Bryan won, the reaction that AJ Nakamura got, which was almost, I wouldn't say complete crickets, but almost crickets. What I see happening after this, Owens and Sami Zayn go over to Raw. Shane's going to probably take maybe 6 or 7 months off because he damn well deserves it after what he did last night. Daniel Bryan, I see him being I don't say a full-time competitor again, but he'll be one of those guys where he'll compete at the major events. Where I think he'll compete at the major events. That's probably it for right now until they can get back the faith back in Dan Bryan, because again, he has to have checkups after every match. So I see Dan Bryan only competing at the major events, which are your SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Rumble, and Mania. Who I see replacing Daniel Bryan as a GM? There's rumors of Jeff Jarrett replacing Daniel Bryan. Rumors of, which there's no way Hulk Hogan's going to replace Daniel Bryan. Again, I'd like to see maybe Eric Bischoff or William Regal come up. I mean, the way Triple H is running NXT, he can find somebody else to replace William Regal. I think William Regal's done a great job, but if he wants to be on the road every single week, which, again, NXT is taped in advance, so they have time off. So, we'll see. What do we have next, people? What do we have next? What do we have next? After Daniel Bryan, I believe was the I believe it was the Raw Women's Title match, right? It was the Raw Women's Title match. Again, people again. This is why it should have been the pre-show. I didn't care to see this match. Nia versus Alexa, no. a Nia Jax versus Bliss. It was what I thought it was going to be. Bathroom break, texting break, food break, drink break. Didn't care to see it. Skip it. Surprised, first of all, though, but surprised that Carmella didn't try to cash in either match. Surprised about that. That's what I'm surprised about. Next match. I was going into this match thinking, you know what? It was like 10:30 when they came out. I was like, saying, it's 10:30, they're coming out. It's almost midnight. That's the time Vince wants to go off this air for the show. They gave him 26 minutes. They gave him 26 minutes and 50 seconds for this match. And it did not reach past first gear, in my opinion. It didn't reach past first gear. First off the bat, my opinion, right person won. I know I'm going to get criticized for that, but I know I'm kind of biased with AJ's my favorite wrestler, but right person won. Reason why I said the right person won, because, again, I did not want AJ to go to Monday Night Raw. I did not want him to go to Raw. Because, again, if you're on the same show as Roman Reigns, you're not important to Vince McMahon. So I'm glad that AJ won the belt. B, Nakamura turning heel. Some of my friends told me, because I'm not the hardcore fan that watches New Japan wrestling. I'm not. Off the bat, I'm not. But they told me Nakamura as a heel in New Japan was very, 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 very good. The reason why I'm saying I'll give it a chance, because I didn't want Sami Zayn to turn heel, but you see how great and entertaining Sami Zayn is as a heel, right? So I'm going to give Nakamura a chance as a heel. Off the bat, I hate when they do the matches, because it's kind of like, remember, if you guys remember WrestleMania 26, Edge and Christian. I'm not Edge and Christian, Edge and Chris Jericho. It felt kind of like that, where it was just there. It didn't feel important after it ended. It was like, just, It got left me with a, taste. It left me with a, taste. But I can see Nakamura winning the belt at Backlash, because that's the next pay-per-view. I see Nakamura winning the belt. He's a heel right now. I see him winning the belt at Backlash, and then Nakamura and AJ having their final match at SummerSlam, and then that'll be it right there. So I see him building it up to SummerSlam. AJ versus Nakamura at SummerSlam, and that's where we get the real balls to the wall match. Because again, I believe Vince McMahon told him, hey, don't outshine Roman. I really do, man. People may think I'm crazy, but after watching last night, I feeling that Vince, you saw what happened last night. I feel like you got what you got. Vince told him, no, you're not going to outshine Roman. Don't go out there and do everything that you want to do. Dumb it down, and that's what they did. Everybody thinks I'm going to be the person that shits on the Braun Strowman partner thing. It is what it is. I'm not even going to get into it really, because it is what it is. I mean, I knew Braun was going to win, but if you already know the spoilers, Cesaro Champs are going to back the belts later on. So, it is what it is. Now, everybody in my chat last night, I did my live reactions to WrestleMania. When Brock and Roman came on, we were all like, you know what? We don't care to see this main event. Catch you tomorrow night for Raw reactions. Which I was like, that's the same way I was feeling. Like, you know, I'm in the stream here, guys. I mean, we all expect Roman to win. It is what it is. Because after he took the third F5, I'm like, I'm done. I'm not going to sit here and watch this trash. I'm done. So, I'm up editing my video. It's uploading. I see Roman get busted open. He hits Brock with the 2 spears. I'm like, okay, this is it. This is going to be the 1, 2, 3. All right, Roman wins. It is what it is. When Brock kicked out of the 2 spears, I'm like, no way. Okay. So Roman's getting set up. You know that he running the ropes like he did the Undertaker last year. I mean, he runs the ropes and he's going for the spear. Brock catches him. This is the 6 F5, by the way, people. I'm like, okay. It's the 6 F5. He's going to kick out again. Hits him with the F5. It's 1. It's 2. It's 3. I'm like, hold up. Brock just beat Roman. So Brock beats Roman, people. Then my friend sends me the picture of Dana White going like. But I agree. I think nothing's going to change here, people. Brock is still going to be going to UFC. What the reports are, like I told you guys last week, Brock's contract runs out in August. Because the time that he spent with UFC and training, his contract was frozen. So, his contract will run out in August. Oof, man. Going for 25 minutes already. His contract will run out in August. Okay. Roman's still winning the belt. It's just a matter of time and when. Because if you guys were paying attention last night, if you rewatched the match, because I rewatched it again this morning, just to see, like, see if I missed anything. What I did miss was the ref was pretty much, it was in Roman and Brock's ear a lot. Because we got the this is boring, we got the beach ball being thrown in the crowd, which the beach balls were banned. We got the beach balls being thrown in the crowd. We got the this is awful chant. We got the CM Punk chants. And I'm thinking that Vince McMahon said, you know what? Was talking in the ref's ear, saying, you know what? Have Brock win. Have Brock bust him open. I think they're going to bust open Brock. I mean, they're going to bust open Roman regardless of that. I think when Roman hit the 2 spears, that was supposed to be the original ending. That was supposed to be the original ending, in my opinion. But Vince told the referee and there, tell Brock and Roman, hey, scrap that. Roman, you're going to go for another spear like last year. Brock's going to catch you, hit you with F5, and that's it. I still think Roman's going to win the belt. He might win it tonight. We don't know. He might win it later down the line. We'll find out. But according to the details, Bobby Lashley is going to be in attendance to Raw. I never was a huge Bobby Lashley fan. It's going to be is what it is. If somehow Bobby Lashley costs Brock Lesnar the belt tonight, which would be kind of stupid. Imagine if Roman and Brock have a rematch tonight and Bobby Lashley costs Brock the belt tonight. That would be god-awful. That would be god-awful. But that was my initial thoughts here. What do I see with Brock Lesnar? He's going to go back to UFC after SummerSlam. Now, will Roman keep the belt until WrestleMania after tonight, until WrestleMania 35? No. What I see happening is, if Bobby Lashley does cost Brock the belt tonight in a match with Roman, Roman will feast on Kevin Owens. He'll feast on Sami Zayn. He'll feast on Samoa Joe. and then he'll lose to Braun Strowman at SummerSlam. I still think the initial plan is going to be Braun Strowman versus Roman at SummerSlam for the belt. And then Braun will get the belt. He'll run for it until Royal Rumble. I see Roman winning back the belt at the Royal Rumble. I just think the right idea right now would be Roman Reigns versus Aleister Black at WrestleMania 35. That just fits it with me. That fits it with me. Aleister Black versus Roman Reigns, WrestleMania 35. That's what I would do if I was Vince McMahon. That's what would be my, because he is money. He's what Bray Wyatt should have been. That's what he should have done. But my plan would be Aleister Black versus Roman Reigns, WrestleMania 35. I mean, come on, people. You would have Aleister Black versus Roman Reigns. You have The Miz versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE title. I'd have The Miz win the Money in the Bank. Asuka versus Charlotte. Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey is what it is, people. Is what it is. Taker versus Cena, career versus career match. That's 4 big matches right there. And then you could have Triple H versus Finn Balor, the Demon. That's 5 big matches. I'm already building the card for next year. And then you could have Asuka face Sasha. Asuka versus heel Sasha for the Raw Women's belt. That's 6 big matches right there, people. Vince, pay me. That already sounds better than this year's card. It does. So, it's what it is, guys. I'm thinking about not going to work tonight. I don't want to go. But we'll see what happens, people. If I'm live for Raw, I'm live for Raw. If I'm not, I'll react to it when I get back. But that's my quick thoughts after WrestleMania. Give it a 7 out of 10. That's me being kind. That's me being very kind. 7 out of 10. That's my score. If you like the video, comment down below, subscribe. Catch you guys later tonight.
Yeah. DJ The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean?